right, you guys, it might be a little dark in here. That's because I'm in my girlfriend's FRS. And yeah, right now I'm on my way to the shop. Last night, man, I gotta give props to Lee. Last night he was here till like 3 a.m. finishing the car, and I really appreciate it. I think he told me intercooler piping is done and basically everything is done. He said that the only thing that gave him an issue was he couldn't find the right bolts or something like that for the exhaust, but that's gonna be done Monday. Today's Sunday. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm headed over to the shop. He left the keys for me, so I'm gonna go over there to check and make sure that the fans are working, and I'm also gonna see if I could actually swap out the fuel pump. I might not finish it all because I have to go to work. I'm actually going over there before I have to go to work, so I might be able to start it. Who knows, I might be able to finish it. If I don't finish it now, I'm gonna be finishing it after work. But yeah, I'm gonna try to install the fuel pump right now when Lee's done, just so I can have the car ready for me just to drive it out. Because if I don't swap out that fuel pump, I'm gonna be shifting at like 3,000 RPMs the whole way home. So yeah. But yeah, so I'll just get back to you guys when we get over there, because my arm is getting super tired holding up this camera. And there she is, you guys. Man, look at this. Oh man, intercooler sitting right there. So it looks like I'm gonna have to do some cutting around the bumper, but that's cool. I knew I had to do some custom work anyways, so let's get her open so we can check everything out. All right, so I'm about to lift her up, and this is the first time I'm gonna see the intercooler piping all done. Damn, that is crazy. Yo, this is freaking wild. This is freaking wild, bro. Like, this is freaking crazy. Oh my gosh. I ain't gonna lie, not to like discredit Lee or anything, this was just my thinking. I thought that I was gonna have just like the, you know, the rubber tube coming down here, but he actually made the piping come all the way up and welded all of it all the way up here. That is nice, man. This like literally exceeds my expectations. All right, so I haven't heard this car start up in a while, so I'm sort of geeking right now. So let me start her up so we can hear how she sounds. Let's give her a few revs. Working now, and yeah, man, pretty nice. But let me turn her off because I'm super low on gas. So I have access to this right here. The car is like basically on E, like literally I barely have any gas in there, so we should be good. I'm just gonna spray this down and clean this off, and then I'm gonna start taking everything apart. So I go in there to start cleaning, and of course the first thing I do is cut up my finger. So I went and got a band-aid. Subaru and Scion, that had to be the worst first aid kit I've ever seen in my life. You guys gotta do better. But I'm about to start unbolting this thing, and we'll get access to the fuel pump. All right, you guys, so I got the fuel pump out. It was just some screws to take out this top plate, and then after that you just gotta undo the hose that comes off of this right here, and then you should be good. So right now all I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be undoing the clips that go around the bottom so I can get access to the fuel pump, and then I'm gonna pop it out and then just swap it out with a new one, and then after that we should be good. All right, so to remove that, there's 4 clips, one here, one there, one there, and one there. You just pop them out and then all that pops out. So now I'm just gonna be pulling the fuel pump from the back, and then we could just pop the new one in. Well, hopefully that's how it works. All right, you guys, so believe it or not, this is 8 hours later. I actually didn't have time, so I ran to work. So I'm back now, and I'm here to finish this fuel pump. Since I've been gone, a bunch of stuff happened. Let me get you guys caught up. Let's just say that I've been stressing for like the past 8 hours. All right, so this little thing right here, right? This thing has been driving me crazy for the past 8 hours. So that's the new fuel pump. So this is supposed to go inside the assembly, and this output right here pops in. But the only problem is this end is too big for this, and this is cracked, which means I need a new one. And then I even tried it on the old fuel pump, and it still didn't really fit. I don't see how it fit. I guess this used to be flexible, and then I guess over time it just got, you know, hard. But yeah, I don't know what happened. And then I was going crazy for hours trying to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do, where am I gonna get it from, this and that. And then somebody on Facebook, because I actually posted it on Facebook, asking people if they had an extra one of those pieces that I just had, and nobody had one. But somebody said that the reason why that mine cracked is because these are usually too big. So the way to do it is you actually have to get a second O-ring, because what you got to do is you got to take the spacer, put it on the new pump, take the O-ring, put it on top of that, and then this goes into the pump right here like that. And my mic just fell off. Okay, and this goes in here like that. So what that person said to do was to use 2 O-rings, and then I'm an idiot because I remember watching videos on how to swap out a fuel pump, and then that's what most of the videos did when it came to installing aftermarket fuel pumps. They just used 2 O-rings. All right, so then that solved that issue. So then the other issue was finding an actual O-ring to fit. So I went to Advanced Auto, and they didn't have any. They didn't have nothing. You couldn't find nothing at Advanced Auto. So then last second, a friend of mine on Facebook told me to check Home Depot, because that's where he always goes. So I called Home Depot because I found a part online, and I asked them if they have it in stock. They said yes, and they held it for me, and voila. All the O-rings that I need are right here. So we're all set to install the new fuel pump, and we should be good. All right, so here's the fuel filter. This spacer right here comes off of the OEM pump. You got to add that on there. And then after that, I'm going to take my first O-ring, pop it on there. Then after that, take the second O-ring, pop that on there, and then boom, we should be good. All right, so the next thing that I have to do is this wire right here for the fuel pump. I have to cut it short, and then I'm going to be wiring it up with this wire that came with the AEM fuel pump. I know on like a lot of other pumps it's like plug and play, but this one I actually have to wire it up. This one has a blue wire and a black wire, so I am assuming this red wire goes to the blue wire and the black wire goes to the black wire. So that's what I'm going to do right now. All right, you guys, so it's the next day. As you can see, I'm at my house. So basically what happened yesterday is I got super frustrated with wiring up this new plug for the fuel pump that I just quit. I gave up, because the thing is, when it comes to this, I want it to be perfect, because like this isn't like, you know, wiring up speaker wire or something, you know, something you just go in a trunk and then fix. This is something that's going to be going in the gas tank. So if you're going to do it, you really want to do it right the first time, and I just could not get it, mainly because the wire for the new plug is actually thicker and stiffer than the wires from the original plug. So it's like super hard to wire both of them up together. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be taking the pump and everything to Tony and try to have him wire it up for me, because I know if he does it, he's going to do it right, and I won't have to go back and do it again. I'm not taking the chance risking doing it wrong, so I'm just going to have him do it. But I haven't spoken to him yet. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning right now, so hopefully when I call him around 9, hopefully he's going to be able to do it for me, and then we'll just go from there. So on the assembly, there's this hole right here, right? So where this hole is, you're gonna flip it, which is gonna be right about above here. You're gonna drill a hole through this, and that's where you're gonna run the return line through. So there's the hole right down there, and then between the plug and where the fuel line goes, right here, that's where you're gonna drill the hole. All right, so I have the hole marked right here. That's where I'm gonna be drilling through, and then this is the line right here. I actually made this the other day. As you guys know, I got this line from eBay. I got this fitting. It actually came with my fuel pressure regulator, but I have plenty of them, so I actually had some to spare. I got this right here from Amazon, and I got this lock nut right here from a local store that sells stuff like these. So now what I'm about to do is I'm just gonna drill the hole through the top of that, and then we should be able to get this to fit. All right, so here you go. So we have the fitting for the fuel pump done. I'm putting one nut on the outside and then another one on the inside, although I think I only need one. And then I think this is sitting maybe a little too high with the second nut here, but I guess I'll see when we get to the car. But yeah, here you go. Just drill the hole, put it through. Now I'm about to put the second nut on the inside, just to make sure that it's secure, and then we should be good. All right, so there you guys have it. That's how it's gonna look. So this is gonna lead all the way to the engine where the fuel return line is. And then I'm gonna zip tie this whole line all the way throughout the bottom of the car. And like I said, I put a lock nut on the inside and I got one on the outside too. So this thing isn't going anywhere. Like, this thing is super secure, so we don't have to worry about anything getting loose. So there you go, fuel return line done. All right, you guys, so a few hours have passed. I actually went to Tony's shop and Tony actually soldered the wires on for me. You guys go, he did a really good job. Man, if I did that whole twist and just, you know, shrink wrap stuff, I would have been in some trouble, man. So, you know, Tony came to the rescue like always, and now it's ready to be dropped in. I'm sort of in like a rush because I gotta be at work in like 30 minutes, but I'm still trying to film while I do this. So this might take me at least 30 minutes. I might just text my supervisor and tell him that I'm gonna be like an hour late because I want to get this done and I want to get it done right. All right, so I got the fuel pump all plugged up and everything's back together. So now it's time to go drop it back in and then hook up all the lines. All right, so now I have the fuel pump assembly sitting where it belongs. Now I'm gonna take the line for the fuel return line and hook it up to the fitting, and then I'm gonna feed it through here so it could run to the front of the car. All right, so I got everything back together. Here's the fuel return line. That's the gas line. I just gotta plug this back in, and I have all the bolts tightened down, put the yellow clip back in there, and we're good. So all I gotta do is just plug this back in, then bolt this plate back up, and then after that, we move on to hooking up the fuel return line up to the engine. All right, you guys. So here's the return line. I'm not gonna be hooking up yet because I have to hurry up and go to work. But before I go to work, I'm gonna actually go to a shop that Tony told me about, and they actually sell the flange for the map sensor. So I'm gonna be headed over there to buy one, and then I'm gonna come back over here so I could leave it for Lee, and so he could weld it on so I could use the map sensor. All right, you guys, so I'm here, Jerry's here, we got the camera, and you guys know the only reason why I bring Jerry outside is so he can use the camera, well, so he can hold the camera to film for me, because I officially got my IS300 back. I actually got the IS, I would say, what, 3 days ago, Jerry?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I got it back like 3 days ago, and ever since then I haven't filmed it because, I don't know, I've just been feeling it out for myself. The little kinks that I had, you know, I was just sorting them out. But yeah, man, I've been driving this thing for about 2 or 3 days now, and all I gotta say is I freaking love it. I freaking love it. It's freaking amazing. The turbo noises are amazing. Now I hear that every single day when I drive now, you know? So it's like, yeah, and it never gets old either. Yeah. The car got done Tuesday night. Me and a friend of mine, Jannard, we actually stayed there for 11 hours because we actually had to do some stuff with my clutch and all that other stuff. And we actually figured out what the issue was with the fans. So the reason why the fans wouldn't turn on, and me being a Honda guy, that should have been the first thing that I checked, was the fan switch. Like, they always go out on all of my Hondas. I had to jump all of my Hondas. That's the first place that I should have checked, but I was checking everywhere else except that. So we jumped the wire, and I think sometime this week I'm gonna head over to Advance Auto and then buy a new switch. But right now my fans are on constantly, and right now my car is running at about 178 degrees, which is like perfect. So I don't know, maybe I might leave them like that. I heard that it kills your battery, but I guess we'll see, you know? So we stayed there for 11 hours waiting for the car to get done. I think even 12 hours. I didn't get home. We got there at around 1 o'clock, and I didn't get home until like 2 o'clock in the morning. Shout out to Jannard for actually like staying there with me the whole time, man. It was crazy, but it was sort of cool seeing everything being done and welded and all that stuff. And a huge shout out to Lee at LG Motoring. I'm gonna put his Instagram right here. You guys can check him out. The man did a great job, man. Like, I could not have asked for a better job on the intercooler piping and the exhaust. Before I show you the car right now, let me show you guys the first time that I actually started it up at Lee's shop with the full exhaust on there. right, so now that you guys have seen all that, I guess it's time to finally show you guys the car. Shoot. 3, 2, 1, boom. Yeah, man, there it is. Let's go to the back first. So here is the muffler. As you guys can see, I got it off at an angle. This is like the perfect angle, exactly what I wanted. And Lee actually made me take a look at it, like I would say maybe 4 or 5 times before he actually welded it, because he wanted to make sure that he had it exactly the way that I wanted it. And yeah, this is perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better angle. It's not too much where it's like going out this way, but it's like that nice slight angle, and he has it sticking out perfectly. That's exactly how I wanted it. So yeah, I'm super happy about that. Let me see if I could take the camera off of this tripod and see if I could get you guys a look under the car. Yeah, that's not gonna really.
You can kind of see the welds from right here.
Yeah, you can sort of see the welds here. Let me go on the other side.
I see it. It looks nice.
Yeah, you can sort of see the welds right up there. But trust me, man, he did a freaking amazing job when it came to the welds. I threw the side skirts on, but I still haven't put the front bumper on because I didn't actually cut it up yet to have the intercooler fit perfectly. So I'm gonna cut the bumper up a little bit so we could have it fit perfectly. And now that that's over, let's show you guys the engine itself. Out the hood. Here you guys have it, man. Here's the engine, and guys, please do not mind this setup. This is just super temporary, all right? I actually have the metal housing for this, for the map sensor, but the only issue is it's too small. The pipe is too small for this. I think I have the pipe right here. Yep, here it is right here. This pipe is just way too small. So what I'm gonna have them do is I'm gonna have them cut this flange off and then weld it to that pipe right here. Then we should be good with the map sensor. I still have to put clamps on these to tighten these down. And this is just way too long. So yeah, this is just temporary, all right? This is not gonna stay like this at all. You guys seen the intercooler piping over here earlier in the video. Nice, nice. I finally tightened this down, so this ain't going anywhere. And what else? Oh, the other day I actually had my heater hose. It was actually leaking, but it didn't bust or anything. It was actually because I didn't tighten it enough. And then I guess because of all the boost and stuff, all that pressure, all that extra pressure, I guess, made the hose leak. So I tightened the mess out of that thing, and I haven't had an issue ever since. I have stains right here from the coolant because while I was bleeding the coolant and everything, coolant spilled on there, and then I let it dry on there while the car was on, and I guess it got hot. But I'm gonna use some type of degreaser to get this stuff off because it is ugly, super ugly. So I'm gonna clean that up. One more issue that I had with the car is I had a massive power steering leak. The reason why the power steering was leaking is because I forgot all about the 2 washers that goes between the banjo bolt for the line that goes to the fuel pump. I don't know if you can see it right there, but that metal line you see going like that, that's the banjo bolt that goes to the fuel pump. And there's 2 washers, but the washers are connected together, and somehow I forgot it, and that's what caused my leak. Power steering got all over this box. It's ridiculous. It got everywhere, leaking all over the floor and all that. But that's not all of my issues with the power steering. My biggest issue with the power steering is that I don't have power steering. So basically my pump is actually bad. It is not working. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be grabbing the pump off of the GE motor and I'm gonna be swapping it out. So that's gonna be a video for another day. So I'm gonna be doing that. I really do not feel like working on this car, man. This past 3 weeks has been all about working on the car, and I sort of wanted to take a break and just enjoy it, but looks like I'm gonna be right back at it to fix this thing. But at least it's gonna be worth it after everything is done. Yeah, so that's the engine right there. Now I want to let you guys know that this car is loud. When I say loud, like it's crazy loud. The car is warm now because I actually just came from work, but let me show you guys a cold start that I posted on Instagram this morning. And if you guys didn't see it, I guess, look at how loud this car is at a cold start. And this was 8 o'clock in the morning. So as you guys can see, this thing is crazy loud. But let's go inside. Let's start her up for you. Like I said, the car's warm, so it's probably not going to be too loud. But give you a little something, something. Gauges are all functional. Starts right up, like no hesitation, nothing. I love it. Yeah, while I'm driving, my car usually runs at 178 degrees, 180, around there. If I'm like really pushing it, then it might go up to like 182, 183, 185 maybe. But usually it's at around like 178. My car is running 11 pounds of boost. I'm gonna be installing the boost controller soon. So I'll probably be running around 15 then. Maybe 17, but I don't know. I don't really want to push it. So most likely it'll be 15. Now, one thing about my car, the clutch pedal. You guys probably might not notice, but if you guys look at my clutch pedal from the video when I installed the pedal, the clutch pedal was actually all the way down here, and there was barely any travel in the clutch pedal. The issue is we missed the bolt for the top bracket for the clutch pedal bracket, so I barely had any kind of travel. I would say out of like 100%, I was probably using only 50% of the, you know, the full travel that the clutch has. But my friend Jannard actually fixed that for me, so now I have like complete travel for the clutch. Now it feels perfect. You see right now it's like super quiet because it's like super warm, and if it could be like this all the time, it would be great. But at startup, like at a cold start, it's like obnoxiously loud. All right, so now let's give you guys a little ride in it. You guys hear how she sounds firsthand. Got Jerry back there. How's the angle?
It's good.
All right, so exhaust is super nice. Like, it's loud, but it's clean. Let you guys hear a little. I might have to put the windows down a little bit so you guys can hear it better. Hopefully it doesn't mess with the audio, which I know it will, but hopefully I can find some, at least a little bit of nice clips. Like I said, that never gets old. Never. There was an Evo 8 that just drove.
Really?
That just drove past us, yeah.
I didn't see it.
One thing though, it burns gas. Here we go. Construction that they did on these streets, horrible. All just to make a bike lane. That's it. Of course, it could do more than that, but like there's a lot of cops on the street, and I don't want to go far the same way that I did last time because it will surely kill my gas. I just gotta say, like, this car came out exactly the way that I wanted to, like down to the exhaust, the way the intercooler piping was done, like it just came out perfect. Like, I could not be happier. And you know, there's like certain things, like when it came to the manual transmission, I had the whining noise and stuff like that, and the little bushing problem, and you know, little things here and there, but I was still happy with it. But with this 1J swap, like, flawless. Like, I'm freaking in love with this car. Jerry,
yo,
I'm boosted.
Watch, I'm gonna be too soon. Well, not soon, but
yeah, this man Jerry trying to get an SC300, man.
I'm planning to. That's gonna be my first car.
Jesus Christ, this lady. never gets old. Woo!
Damn.
Oh man.
Bro, that turbo from outside, bro, it's crazy.
So both me and Jerry agreed that the spool and the blowout valve is way louder than we actually expected it to be. Like, we expected it to be on some, like, you know, turbo, what could I say? Shoot, turbo, Kia, whatever, like on some like little turbo stuff, but it's actually way louder than we thought it was gonna be. As you guys can probably tell, I didn't really I didn't really want to push it. I'm joking. I didn't really want to push it because yeah, I feel like my neighbors would get really pissed at me. Everyone's home from work right now, so I'm pretty sure they'll be pissed. I got a guy down there painting his house, and my other neighbor was outside walking right in front of the house, so yeah, I didn't really want to do it too much, but you know, just a little something, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, like I said, I couldn't be any happier with this car, man. Like, I fell in love with this car all over again. I just can't believe that this is actually mine. Like, you guys, look at this. This is my car. This is my car now, man. That's crazy. The freaking, damn, this is just so ugly. I really gotta clean this up. I'm about to clean this up like right after I'm done with this video. But yeah, you guys, this is my car. The car that was all beat up, bashed in hood, quarter panel all messed up, fenders all messed up. Then it went to the being 7 different colors. I mean, I still got the ugly headlights, but yo, this is my car now. This is the car that's man, this is Project 300 right here, man.
All those days going on Google, looking at this, YouTube, all that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, man. Do you know how often I used to look up on Google, like, oh, 1JZ IS300, 1JZ turbo noises, 1JZ blowout valve, all this extra stuff that I used to look up, and now I actually have it sitting right in front of me, and I get to drive it every day, anytime I want. That's freaking crazy, man. I cannot believe that we actually got this car this far. Whew, bars. All this work that we put into this thing, man. Finally got my car 1JZ swap, my first boosted car. Like I said, I've had like what, 5 or 6 cars, and this is the car that I've kept and I put work in, and I've just constantly been just, I don't know, man. The piece of junk that somebody said, oh, why are you putting that much money into this piece of trash when you could buy yourself a newer car? Wow. I don't even know why that guy was even watching my videos. Like, what the heck? Pretty sure you're in the wrong place, buddy. You should go and watch, you know, those like people that race Lamborghinis and stuff. You should go and watch that. I'm like lost for words right now, man. We actually did it. We actually did it, man. Like, we actually did it. Because like without you guys, I wouldn't have had any kind of motivation to actually get this far with this car. To be honest, if I wasn't doing YouTube, I probably would have sold this car already.
Bro,
like, Jerry,
you
know damn well I would have sold this car already, because me, man, before I started doing YouTube, it was like, you know, I'm bored of this car, let me sell it and get another one, you know? Yeah, but yeah, man, because of you guys always pushing me, all the, you know, all the comments, the encouragement. Yeah. You guys, as we speak right now, I'm at 9,997 subs. That is crazy.
Let's go.
That is crazy. I'm at 9,997 subs. We need 3 more people right now for us to reach 10,000, man. That is crazy. 1J swap done. About to hit 10K before the summer, like I said. Like, May just started and we're about to hit 10K subs today. Man, it's crazy, man. It's like crazy how everything fell into place, and now look at it, man. All the hard work paid off, man. All the freaking cuts and bruises and, oh man.
Sickness, sweat.
Yeah, man. Working on this thing while I had the flu, driving back and forth from the shop, trying to get the fuel pump done, trying to get the fans to work. All that hard work, man. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm over here in front of my house so I can get away from the wind. But of course, I did not do this by myself, man. There was no way I did this all by myself. So first off, I want to thank Shamar. Shamar is the one that actually came here and helped me take out the engine. If he didn't come and help me that first day, I don't think I would have got that engine out for like maybe the next 2 or 3 days. So big thanks for Shamar for being there on the first day, being the only person there that first day to help me out. Second, I want to say thanks to Nick. You know Nick, man. Nick is always there giving like pointers, stuff like that. I say this all the time. Nick knows more about cars than I do. So like one of the first people that I always go to when I need advice or like I want to know something is Nick, even though sometimes he'd be a little off, a little off sometimes. But Nick always, you know, he's always like there to help. Number 3, I want to thank Greg because like Greg gave me some major pointers throughout this entire swap. Yes, he like wasn't always here, you know, helping me do everything, but he did actually show up a few times to help me out. But like I didn't film that. But like Greg was always there to give pointers. Like, you know, anytime I like, you know, text him, call him, like he always was there. So like huge thanks to him because I wouldn't have been able to finish this fast without him either. Next, I want to thank all the people on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, man. All of my people that are swapped, that are 1J swapped, and that have done it before. I don't want to start listing names because I don't want to leave anybody out, but trust me, I know you guys are going to be watching, so you guys definitely know who you are. All of my friends that are 1J swapped that were helping me throughout this whole process, man, huge thanks to you guys, because since you guys already did it, you guys gave me some major pointers, man. And like, and not even just the people that are 1J swapped, people that are 2J swapped also, they all helped me out like tremendously. If it like wasn't for them, like I said, this swap would have took way longer. Next person I want to thank is IBT, Tony himself. Man, Tony came in clutch like a lot of times throughout that video, especially with that power steering reservoir, man. The one that I got from Mishimoto was not gonna work, so I had to scramble and do something last minute. And of course, last minute, Tony's always there to help me out. And like throughout this whole swap, like Tony's been giving me pointers throughout the whole swap. Like he's always there to, you know, steer me in the right direction and the right way to do everything. And also last minute the other morning when I went over there and he actually soldered the wires for the fuel pump for me, because if I did that myself I would have messed up bad. So he came in clutch at that time too. And yeah, man, he's just always there to help, and he's like always willing to help. The next 2 people that I want to say thank you to is my girlfriend and my sister, because throughout this whole process while my car was down, I've been burning all their gas. My sister, she got the TSX. I've been driving that around everywhere. Like sometimes I've like had it for the whole day. And then my girlfriend, she has the FRS, man. Like I would like drop her off to work and then have her car for the rest of the day to do wherever I want and go wherever I want. And I used to go back and forth from like so many places. I used to burn like half a tank in like a whole day. So I really appreciate it, man. Like, yo, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I wouldn't have done if I didn't have their cars. All right, the last person that I want to thank, which I already planned on, but then when I asked him if I freaking forgot anybody, he was like, me, so he sort of ruined it. I want to give a huge thanks to this dude right here, man. This dude, yo, late nights, mosquitoes biting us up, freaking getting hurt. This man's hand got caught inside the damn garage door. Oh yeah. Freaking, yo, this man like sat here every single night while I was sick, while I was freaking coughing up my lungs. He freaking helped me put the W58 on the 1J while it was over here. This man helped me move the 1J like 5 times, helped me put the engine in there, helped me take the engine out. So I would say like this man, like I would say he did just as much work as I did. And anytime that I was out working and I needed tools, I would send him to go get the tools. Like he was like there, I would say 100% of the time, really. He even went over to Lee's place with me when we tried to fix the fans and everything. He was basically there throughout the entire process, man, through thick and thin. When I was pissed because something wasn't working, when I was happy because, like, you know, things ended up working out, man, this dude was right here the entire time. But I just want to let him know when he's swapping his car, whenever he gets his SE300, I'm not going to be helping him out because I'm not doing that again. So yeah, he's on his own for that. But yeah, man, huge thanks to him. And I would give you guys his Instagram, but he don't do nothing on Instagram. He's one of those people that just look at other people's stuff. Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, so yeah, there's no point in giving this man a shout out, man. Don't waste your time. And I said this already, but I'm gonna say it again. It's a huge thanks to you guys too, because like I said, you guys push me every single day to put out these videos, man, to put in this work. If it like wasn't for you guys, I would not have gotten this far. Like, to be honest, I would say if it wasn't for you guys, my car would have probably got painted, I would say maybe a month or two ago, if it like wasn't for you guys. Like, that's how hard I like, you know, put things off, especially when it came to cars. Like, the effort that I put into this car, imagine if I put that same effort into when I had Hondas. Like, yo, my Hondas would have been freaking amazing. But everything happens for a reason. We're here now. Now I got a turbo Lexus, freaking intercooler piping, shoot, freaking 3-inch exhaust, man. Now I have to worry about boost leaks now. Shoot. Hopefully I don't get any, but hey, you know, that's the stuff that come with the turbo life. And I know, like, a lot of people are like, wow, you got a turbo car, ain't this happy? But you guys don't understand, man. I never thought that I would get this far with this car. Bars. This is my first ever boosted car. And this isn't a car that I bought boosted, or this isn't a car that, you know, somebody built already. Nah, I put the blood, sweat, and tears into this. Like, literally, blood, sweat, and tears went into that car. Like, I don't know how much of my DNA is left over in that engine bay, because I got cut a lot, all right? So my blood, sweat, and tears went into that, and it just worked out flawlessly. Like, everything works perfect, besides the power steering, but that's no big deal at all, man. It's like everything went exactly the way that I wanted it to. That's what's like blowing my mind. If you guys watch all of my videos, you guys know, man, you know, back in the day, Bobby, like 2 years ago, Bobby, everything used to go wrong. Anything possible that could have went wrong goes wrong. And this actually went perfect. Absolutely perfect. And I don't want to jinx myself, but it went perfect. Let me go and give you guys one last look at her, man. One last look at the 1JZ IS300. Oh man, it's crazy. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for today's video, man. Well, that's gonna be it for this entire series. Now it's crazy because now, from now on, every single video that I'm gonna be doing now, it's gonna be, you know, 1JZ related now. So it's just crazy, man. So that's gonna be it for this series. That's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys for the next one. I'm out.
Coming slow, dreams they seem far. Here you won't make it from niggas who fell off. Goals they kept calling, so I had to pick up. If I wanna get paid, I gotta work hard, shine bright, day and night. HD, vision right, homie. We ain't dropping no names, straight bombs plus flame. That's the HD experience. Thinking there's a better vision is funny. Eddie Murphy delirious.